Did you know that something you drink every day could be destroying your erection without you even realizing it? It seems absurd, doesn't it? But the truth is that certain habits that seem innocent are the great silent villains of men's health, especially when it comes to sexual potency, blood circulation, and preservation of performance. Today I'm going to reveal to you the hidden truth about common drinks that could be sabotaging your sexual potency in a slow, silent, and devastating way, directly affecting your ability to have firm, long-lasting, and satisfying erections. And more than that, you will understand how these seemingly harmless choices are sapping your testosterone, damaging your blood circulation, and robbing you, day after day, of your masculine energy. Maybe you're thinking now, but can what I drink really have such an impact on my intimate health? The answer is simple and direct. Yes, you can. And it's not just a little. It's much more than you imagine. Because drinks that are sold as harmless, that are part of your daily life, be it that cold beer after work, that energy drink you drink to get through the rush, that soft drink that accompanies your meals, are loaded with substances that inflame your body, alter your hormones, and harm your vascular system. And the first victim of this silent attack is exactly your erection. What few people tell you is that the penis is an organ completely dependent on perfect blood circulation to function. Without enough blood, without flexible vessels, without abundant oxygen, there is no real erection. And it all starts with the choices you make in your everyday life, without realizing it. Excessive alcohol, for example, drastically reduces testosterone production. And low testosterone is synonymous with low libido, weak erections, and decreased sexual response. Drinks rich in sugar, such as soft drinks and energy drinks, inflame the arteries, make the blood more viscous, impair flow, increase vascular resistance, and directly sabotage your penis's ability to function healthily. Each sip of a drink full of sugar, each dose of alcohol beyond what is necessary, adds small attacks to your circulatory system, small aggressions that, over time, become big problems. And the worst part, as the process is slow, progressive, and invisible, you don't notice it until it's too late, until the day you try and realize that the answer is no longer the same, until the day you feel like you need to try harder to have a satisfactory erection, until the day when insecurity starts to hit and you wonder where that power that seemed natural years ago went. It is essential to understand that your body is an extremely sensitive system, especially after the age of 30, 40, 50. What he could bear before, now he can no longer bear it in the same way. Excess alcohol, excess sugar, excess chemicals present in industrialized drinks, all of this accelerates the aging process of blood vessels, destroys the natural production of male hormones, and creates an internal environment that simply does not favor the healthy sex life that you deserve to have. Therefore, if you value your sexual potency, if you want to keep your virility alive and active for many years, it is essential to pay attention to what you are drinking. Small changes in habits can mean the difference between maintaining firm, safe, and satisfactory erections or facing years of frustration, insecurity, and low self-esteem. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly which drinks you need to avoid immediately, which are the real hidden enemies in your liquid diet, and what you can do, in a practical way, to protect your circulation, your testosterone, and your sexual performance. Stay with me until the end because what I'm going to reveal now could be the wake-up call that will change your intimate future for the better. And since you've come this far, it's very important that you understand that this knowledge cannot be ignored. Knowing what is silently sabotaging your erection is the first step towards regaining control over your male health, your sexual potency, and your quality of life as a man. Many people spend their entire lives thinking that a drop in performance is something normal as they age, when in fact they are, without realizing it, fueling this process every day through simple habits like what they choose to drink. And now that this information has reached you, the next step is to act conscientiously. Therefore, I want to invite you to comment below. Have you ever suspected that common drinks could have such a huge impact on your sexual potency? Have you ever felt a difference in your performance during periods when you consumed more alcohol, soft drinks, or energy drinks? Share your experience with me in the comments because your story can inspire other men to open their eyes and change too. If you identified with what we've said so far, write here in the comments, "I choose to protect my potency," to show that you are part of the group of men who want to live with strength and vitality. And while you're at it, leave your like on this video. Your like is very important for this message to reach more people. When you like it, YouTube understands that this content is relevant and starts delivering it to other men who also need to know this truth. It's a quick gesture, which doesn't cost you anything, but which can make all the difference for those who are still living in the dark, without knowing that simple habits could be destroying their intimate health little by little. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now. Don't waste time. Here I bring direct, practical, and no-nonsense content, always focused on men's health, sexual potency, prostate protection, improving circulation, and strengthening the body and mind so that you age with energy and quality of life. Activate the bell to be notified whenever a new video comes out, because what lies ahead will help you even more to achieve the best in your health. Now stay tuned, because what I'm going to reveal next will show you in detail what happens inside your body every time you consume these drinks that seem harmless, but are, in fact, sabotaging your circulation and silently destroying your ability to have firm and powerful erections. You will be surprised to understand how small daily choices can make a huge impact on your intimate health. Let's unravel this together now. You're drinking it like it's harmless, but inside your penis is crying out for help. Every sip, every glass, every seemingly innocent can is triggering a true process of silent sabotage within your body. And the most treacherous thing is that it all starts almost imperceptibly. You feel like everything is normal. You think your health is under control, until one day you start to notice subtle signs. An erection that takes longer to happen, a stiffness that is no longer the same, a feeling that the body's response is not as fast as before. And from that point on, if you don't act, the process will only get worse. The great hidden enemy in the drinks you consume is excess sugar, excess alcohol, and the constant presence of caffeine combined with chemical substances present in soft drinks and energy drinks. Each of these elements alone is capable of damaging your circulation and hormonal production. Now imagine what happens when they are consumed together, every day, without any type of control or moderation. It's like adding gasoline to an already lit fire. Excess sugar is a poison for the blood circulation. It causes chronic inflammation, damages the inner lining of the arteries, and favors the accumulation of fat on the walls of the blood vessels. This process, known as atherosclerosis, reduces the size of the vessels, impairs blood flow, and increases the risk of high blood pressure. And what is the first organ to suffer from reduced blood flow? Exactly, the penis. Because for an erection to happen, a large amount of blood must quickly reach the corpora cavernosa. If circulation is compromised, the erection becomes weak, unstable, short, and over time, may simply no longer occur naturally. Alcohol, in turn, is one of testosterone's biggest enemies. Studies have already proven that regular alcohol consumption reduces the levels of this vital hormone for men's health. Without enough testosterone, you not only lose your sex drive, but you also see your performance drop dramatically. Alcohol also affects the nervous system, impairing communication between the brain and the penis, delaying or preventing sexual response. Furthermore, alcohol increases the production of estrogen, the female hormone, creating a hormonal imbalance that directly impacts your virility. Caffeine, when consumed in excess through energy drinks or soft drinks, increases blood pressure, causes dehydration, and overloads the heart. Over time, this constant stress on the cardiovascular system silently erodes the body's ability to maintain good circulation, especially in the extremities, such as the penis. Chronic dehydration, in turn, makes the blood thicker, making it even more difficult to irrigate the penile tissues, which directly impairs the quality of erections. And there's more. Energy drinks, in addition to caffeine in very high doses, also contain a combination of refined sugars and artificial stimulants that generate energy spikes followed by abrupt drops. These spikes strain the cardiovascular system, inflame tissues, and, in the long term, accelerate the aging of blood vessels. And an aged vessel cannot expand and contract as it should. Result? Less blood getting where it matters most. You may think that the body can handle it, that it's just once in a while. But the truth is that the cumulative effect of these daily attacks adds up over the years. Every glass of soda, every can of energy drink, every bottle of unmoderated beer is planting a seed that sooner or later will blossom in the form of erectile dysfunction, loss of libido, drop in testosterone, prostate problems, and, most devastating of all, the loss of your confidence as a man. While you drink, your body fights a battle to try to neutralize excess sugar. excess alcohol, excess toxins. But there comes a point where he just can't win anymore. And when this happens, the first signs inevitably begin to appear. You feel more tired, more irritated, more difficult to maintain a firm erection. You feel your performance drop, even though you try to convince yourself that it's just a phase. You feel your vital energy diminishing, your strength disappearing, your security slipping away. And all because what seemed harmless in your favorite drink was actually silently sabotaging your body every day. What you need to understand is that the penis is the first thermometer of male health. It is like an alarm that goes off when something in the circulatory or hormonal system is not working as it should. If you start to notice changes in your sex life, erection difficulties, loss of firmness or sensitivity, this is not normal. This is your body's cry for help. It's a sign that something needs to change urgently. And this change starts now, with the knowledge you are acquiring here. Every piece of information you absorb today is an additional weapon to protect your potency, your virility, and your health as a man. Don't underestimate the power your daily habits have on your future. Don't believe that the drinks you consume today are harmless. Don't ignore the signals your body is trying to send you. If you have already noticed any changes in your sexual performance, comment below. I want to know, have you ever suspected that your favorite drinks could be impacting your sexual potency? Or did this information surprise you? Leave your comment here, share your experience. If you are determined to change from today, write, "I choose to protect my potency," or "My health comes first." Your comment is very important to increase the reach of this content and to inspire other men who also need this information. Here you will find exclusive content to protect your male health, increase your sexual potency, and guarantee a life full of energy and vitality. Now stay with me, because in the next part I'm going to show you exactly how these drinks destroy your system from the inside and what you can do to reverse this process before it's too late. Every sip that seems harmless is one step less towards your sexual potency. And when we say that, it's not an exaggeration, it's a physical and biological reality that happens inside your body, silently, without clear warnings, until it's too late. When you consume drinks full of sugar, alcoholic beverages, soft drinks, or energy drinks in excess, your body begins to suffer a series of devastating impacts that attack precisely the pillars of your sexual life: blood circulation, hormonal production, and the ability to maintain firm and satisfactory erections. One of the first and most serious effects is the reduction in nitric oxide production. You may have never heard of it, but nitric oxide is an absolutely fundamental molecule for the functioning of your penis. It is responsible for relaxing the muscles of the blood vessels, allowing them to dilate, and a large amount of blood to flow quickly into the penis at the time of arousal. Without adequate nitric oxide, what happens is that the vessels do not relax as they should. The blood does not arrive with the necessary strength, and the erection simply does not happen, or happens weakly and insufficiently. Now guess what sugary, alcoholic, and stimulant-filled drinks do? They directly attack your body's ability to produce and use nitric oxide efficiently. Result? Weaker erections, more difficult to maintain, and over time, increasing frustration at the time when you most need your body to respond. In addition to the direct impact on nitric oxide, these drinks also cause a decrease in testosterone levels, which is the main hormone responsible for your libido, your sexual energy, your physical strength, and even your confidence as a man. When you consume alcohol in excess, for example, your body begins to convert more testosterone into estrogen, the female hormone. This creates a hormonal imbalance that is disastrous for men's health. Less testosterone means less sexual desire, less quality in erections, less motivation, less recovery capacity, and even a greater tendency to accumulate abdominal fat, which in turn further aggravates the hormonal problem. It's a vicious cycle where each glass of the wrong drink contributes to further burying your sexual potency. Another very serious effect that few men know about is the increase in vascular resistance. Continuous consumption of drinks rich in sugar, alcohol, and caffeine causes chronic inflammation in the walls of blood vessels, causing them to lose their natural flexibility. Over time, this increases resistance to blood flow, meaning your heart has to pump harder to try to get the blood moving. This silent process leads to high blood pressure, a treacherous condition that kills millions every year. But before it reaches the heart or brain, it first attacks your ability to have erections. This is because the system of blood vessels that irrigate the penis is extremely delicate and sensitive, being the first to suffer from any change in pressure and circulation. A small hardening of the arteries is enough to make your erections more difficult and less powerful. And all of this happens while you are simply enjoying a moment that should be one of pleasure. You drink to relax, to socialize, to feel good. But inside, each sip carries a cumulative impact. A small assault on your circulatory system, your hormonal system, the foundation of your masculinity. And these damages accumulate, day after day, month after month, year after year, until one day you realize that you have lost something that was natural, that seemed guaranteed forever, but that actually required care and intelligent choices to be preserved. Imagine your body as a machine perfectly calibrated to generate power, desire, and performance. Every wrong drink is like throwing sand into the gears of this machine. At first, it continues to work, but with small noises. Then it starts to lose strength, failing from time to time. And if you don't do anything to clean, repair, and protect this machine, eventually, it will stop working completely. And regaining potency after the damage has already been done is much more difficult, painful, and in many cases impossible without medical help. That's why it's so important for you to understand that what you drink matters a lot. It's not just the food. It's not just the stress. It's not just age. The drinks you choose to put into your body every day have enormous power to preserve or destroy your men's health. It is a silent, sneaky enemy, which often comes disguised as momentary pleasure, but which exacts a high price down the road. And it is precisely to avoid this fate that you are here, seeking knowledge, opening your eyes to reality, and preparing to make more conscious and intelligent decisions. If you notice that your performance is no longer the same as it was a few years ago, if you feel that your firmness has decreased, if you notice that your sexual desire is no longer as intense, if you feel less energy and disposition on a daily basis, then it's time to take a closer look at what you're putting in your glass, because there could be the key to regaining your power or continuing to lose a little of it every day. Comment below if you've heard about the impact of drinks on the production of nitric oxide, testosterone, and circulation. He writes, "Now I know what's sabotaging my potency, if this alert made sense to you, and if you have already made the decision to protect your intimate health from today." Also comment, "I choose my power." Your comment is essential to help this message reach more men who, like you, deserve to live with more strength, more vitality, and more self-esteem. There is still time to change, regain your potency, and protect your male health. The good news is that your body, even after years of bad habits, has an incredible capacity for regeneration, as long as you give it the right conditions for this to happen. And the first step to taking back control of your intimate life is to make conscious choices about what you consume, especially what you drink daily. There is no point in wanting different results while maintaining the same behaviors that brought you here. If you want to protect your potency, strengthen your erections, and keep your circulation working at its peak, it's time to act intelligently and strategically. What you should avoid is very clear. Firstly, the soft drinks. These drinks, which seem so innocent, are true chemical bombs filled with refined sugars, artificial colors, and substances that silently inflame your body. Every glass of soda you drink is a direct attack on your circulation, your nitric oxide production, and the health of your blood vessels. Soft drinks not only increase the risk of high blood pressure and diabetes, they also drastically reduce the efficiency of blood flow to the penis, slowly and silently compromising your erections. If you still consume soda daily, know that you are putting your virility, performance, and self-esteem at risk. Secondly, excessive alcohol. Here it is important to be realistic. Moderate, occasional consumption of quality alcoholic beverages may not even cause much harm. The problem is that most men don't know where that limit is and end up abusing it. And every time you overindulge in alcohol, your body pays a heavy price. Testosterone production drops. The nervous system is affected. Communication between the brain and penis is compromised. And as we have already said, estrogen tends to increase. Furthermore, alcohol harms the liver, which is a fundamental organ for hormonal balance. An overloaded liver cannot metabolize hormones correctly, which creates even more imbalance and worsens sexual performance problems. Another enemy in disguise that you need to eliminate from your routine are energy drinks. Despite promising energy, they are a dangerous cocktail of caffeine in very high doses, refined sugar and artificial stimulants that put brutal strain on the cardiovascular system. The long-term consequences are disastrous. Inflammation of the vessels, increased blood pressure, overload on the heart, and of course direct damage to the ability to maintain strong and long-lasting erections. If you depend on energy drinks to feel good, it's a sign that your body is already asking for help. Now that you know what you need to avoid, let's talk about what you should prioritize starting today to recover your sexual potency in a natural and lasting way. The basis of your hydration should be water, just like that. Pure, clean, fresh water without additives. Water is essential for maintaining blood fluidity, improving circulation, promoting the production of nitric oxide, and ensuring that all of your body's systems work in harmony. A dehydrated body is an inflamed, tired, sluggish, and sexually inefficient body. So, set a personal goal to drink at least 2 liters of water per day, distributed throughout the day, without expecting to feel thirsty. Thirst is a late sign of dehydration. Hydrate yourself before your body asks for help. Another excellent choice is natural sugar-free juices. But be careful. Real natural juices made at home, with fresh fruit and, preferably, consumed immediately. No boxed juices, which are practically as bad as soft drinks. Choose juices rich in antioxidants, such as pomegranate, which has a protective action on blood vessels, or beetroot, which is rich in natural nitrates and stimulates the production of nitric oxide, essential for the quality of your erections. But always in moderation and without added sugar. Green tea is also a powerful tool for those who want to protect men's health. Rich in polyphenols and antioxidants, green tea fights inflammation, improves circulation, and promotes the sensitivity of vascular tissues. Furthermore, green tea helps control blood pressure and stimulates metabolism, contributing to hormonal balance. 1 or 2 cups of green tea a day are enough to bring significant benefits to your intimate health. But it's not just what you drink that counts. Your habits in general need to be aligned with the objective of preserving your sexual potency. Practicing regular physical activity is essential. Aerobic exercises such as walking, light running, cycling, or swimming improve circulation, increase nitric oxide production, reduce vascular resistance, and strengthen the heart. Furthermore, physical exercise naturally stimulates the production of testosterone, which is essential for keeping your libido, energy, and sexual responsiveness high. Another essential habit is sleeping well. During deep sleep, the body carries out numerous regeneration processes, including the production of testosterone. Men who sleep less than 6 hours a night have significantly lower testosterone levels than those who sleep 7 to 8 hours. Therefore, establishing a healthy sleep routine is a strategic attitude for anyone who wants to protect their power and age with vitality. And of course, reducing daily stress also makes all the difference. High levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, are direct enemies of testosterone and the quality of erections. Seeking moments of relaxation, practicing meditation, disconnecting from the tensions of work, and investing in quality leisure are smart ways to preserve not only your mental health, but also your sexual health. This all may seem like a lot, but the truth is that small changes, consistent over time, bring powerful results. If you start today to avoid drinks that destroy your circulation and hormonal production, prioritize adequate hydration, opt for healthy choices, and adopt habits that promote male health, you will already be on the right path to recovering your potency, strengthening your erections, and living with more energy, more pleasure, and more self-esteem. Now tell me, did you ever imagine that such simple habits could have such a huge impact on your sexual potency? Comment below which change you will start applying today. He writes, "I choose to protect my potency," if you have decided to adopt these changes. Or comment, "My future starts now," to show that you are committed to your health. If you stayed until the end of this video, it is because you are truly committed to changing, protecting your health, and regaining your full power. And if you've come this far, you've already taken a step that most don't have the courage to take. Now, to continue on this journey of evolution, subscribe to the channel. Do it now. This way you guarantee that you will always receive exclusive content to further strengthen your male health, energy, and quality of life. And I want to know who really stayed with me until the end. Comment below, "I choose to live powerfully," to show that you are part of this group of men who do not accept less than the best for themselves. Your comment is very important to strengthen this community and spread this message to those who need to wake up to reality. If you haven't left your like yet, enjoy and click now. Your like is the force that drives this content to reach more people. It's fast, it's free, and it makes all the difference. And to continue strengthening yourself even further, don't leave here without clicking on the next video that is already appearing on the screen. There I will show you more practical tips and valuable information for you to consolidate this new lifestyle and guarantee powerful male health for many years. See you there.